Welcome in. This is going to be a tarot reading after the Super Bowl. I figured we could all use it. I've seen a mixed bag of reactions with the Super Bowl, and I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings about it. I do have a lot of background, not necessarily like with football, but football culture as a boy mom, as a Filipino that lives in Washington State. So yes, diehard Seahawks fan. I got lots of stories, but with that, there are also a lot of concerns I have about the lack of acknowledgement of the other things that are going on, and I kind of feel like it's a huge distraction. And why was that not talked about? I don't know. I'm just really surprised about the timing of everything that's transpiring, you know? So we're just going to wait for people to enter the room. We are going to do free questions. So if you have a question, let me know. There is an eclipse on February 17th. I feel like there's so much information out there that I don't feel like I really need to add to it, do I? Right? You guys know about it, right? You guys kind of have an idea of what to expect. Yes, eclipse and the moon phases are technically portals where you can manifest. Also, a good time to let go of things. Obviously, make room for your manifestations. You got to create space. And sometimes people struggle with how to discern what those things even are and might not even realize how they contradict their own manifestations. So if you're interested in learning more about that, I have an intuitive coaching program where it's a reading bundle of 3 emailed readings a month for 6 months, plus coaching and mentorship with me. And it's something I'm honestly really good at, you guys. If you want to check out my testimonials, I do have that on my Patreon. And I do have some tiers on there if you are interested. And I plan to add extended videos as time goes on from YouTube to over there. I do plan to maybe revamp the intuitive coaching program to not just emailed readings, but also pre-recorded videos. I don't know if that's something that anyone would be interested in. If you prefer to watch and, you know, have a private YouTube link, and you basically get free coaching, because how it works is I'm really big on synchronicities and signs and hunting them down. And once you get a reading from me, it kind of opens up that perspective, and it's kind of hard to unsee it. And so I kind of look at the tarot readings as like a roadmap to guide you along the way. And so it's not like, I mean, you can ask a simple question like a yes or no or whatever, but I don't feel like that's a true personal reading where you get like true value out of it. I go very in depth, you guys, very in depth. Hey, welcome in. Does anybody have a question? I can't decide which deck I want to use, you guys. So this one came from Etsy. I don't believe, I mean, maybe they still sell it. Last I checked, the store shut down. It might be because of copyright. But it's kind of like a 90s deck. And then obviously we have the Light Seers. The Rider Die. And like, I would use the Rider Waite, but I just don't want to deal with YouTube. And I don't want to like cover up That's just dumb to me. I'm not going to ruin my deck for just because YouTube's dumb, right? What does Spirit want me to know? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know? You got the Four of Swords. Rest and recovery first and foremost. So I don't know if you're in a... I feel like is there something going on with your stomach or like a health issue? I was getting like indigestion or something like that. It's very specific. Doesn't always happen to me, but sometimes. The Fool. The Five of Cups. Be careful of manifesting a nightmare. What does that mean? It feels like a memory that you have and you're realizing that something is manifesting from that memory. You would be correct. I don't know what this is. I feel like it could have something to do with a relationship, maybe a heartbreak. Queen of Swords. Well, if you haven't walked away from a relationship, you will. If it's not a relationship, it's a job. But you're definitely telling someone what's on your mind, or that's what's recommended that you do. A lot of feelings, a lot of fears about whatever this is. The theme and kind of the recommendation lately, you guys, is you won't get clarity unless you take action. So going into the unknown, yes, very uncomfortable, but it's worse than the stagnancy of the energy, right? Wouldn't you agree? That's how I've been feeling. I'm just like, I want anything to move at this point. I don't care what's ahead of me. Just move it. You know, that kind of feeling. That's what everybody is kind of getting. I hope that helps. Does anybody else have a question? Anybody old subscriber or from Instagram? If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and an intuitive coach. I'm not new to YouTube, but technically I'm still kind of a baby, kind of a newbie. I started around 2023 doing shorts, but I'm more of a Facebook group and Instagram reader, and on Instagram I did collabs with other readers, and then eventually I got tired of Meta and branched out over here, hoping to make some traction. I already got my eye on like a few YouTubers already that I plan to collab with, that I've connected with on Instagram. Honestly, pretty quickly, considering that I'm only like a couple years in. But also, like, I've been a moderator on other people's channels, so you might see me occasionally in the chat of other tarot readers, just FYI. Brandon would know because he's also from Miriam's networks. Now, Miriam is my tarot mentor and a long-lost friend from another life. I talk about her a lot. I would not be here if it weren't for Miriam. I would not be alive. I would not have my kid. I would never started this channel. She's a huge part of my spiritual journey, and eventually we'll plan to merge channels and do more work together. But she was originally on YouTube as Point Your Compass, Miriam Kramer, and then her channel got shut down a couple times because, you know, spiritual attacks and haters. What can you do? So they merged with Heather, which is known as Woke One's Revolution, and we did the Real World Astrology podcast, which I think we I don't know if we're keeping the name, but we will add to it eventually. But I refer to them a lot and have a lot of stories about that. Brandon is in the chat. Brandon is from Miriam's network, like I mentioned, and he is a moderator over here. He's got strong Gemini, which is great for online moderating, great for podcasting, great for things like this, basically. Nice. Yes, Opal Cure 4491. Am I saying that right? What is your question? Double tap to like the video as it helps. Is that person still here? Does Russell love you? Does Russell love you? Got waterproof, but it came out in reverse. Nature in reverse. What is that? Catching and bond. Okay. There is a connection here. Is it love? I don't think it's developed. There's something there, though. Yes, you would be correct. Justice and the Tower. The Two of Wands. Is it a connection worth investing to? I would manage your expectations because this person, I think, is avoiding a transition. Everybody's going to be going through a transition with this eclipse portal. Like, you're not going to be able to cut corners. If you got away with anything before, you're definitely going to have repercussions. So I think this person might be going through repercussions. So I don't know if you really want to deal with that, just FYI. And here's how you notice if you should be around someone or not. Things start acting up in your life. Things get worse. If you start noticing things in your life like moving around because you connected with someone new or you brought someone into your energy or your space, make note of that because that ish is real. It is so real. And so I think this is kind of what Spirit is trying to get your attention on, actually. Do they love you? I don't think that's what this is about. I hope that answers your question. What is love? So many of us humans have tried to figure that question out. But we can say a lot about what love is not, right? Brandon's being nice, honestly. You would have been kicked out by now. I think you need to learn how to be respectful or I'm about to boot you. You're welcome, Opal. Ah, I appreciate it. Yes, please like and subscribe. Double tap to like the video. Send a reaction. I don't know. Can you send reactions? Is that a thing? Or is that something I have to wait to get monetized for? I have no idea. You have been with them for 8 years now? Oh, interesting. Well, let me tell you, I was in a very, very long relationship, and if it expires past its date, you know, you're gonna notice things. And I would just very much pay attention to that. I also had like an intuitive hit the other day that I think was a collective message for a lot of people going through this pattern is that basically don't stay around in a situation long enough just to prove, gosh, what is it? Just to prove endurance, right? There is strength in letting go, let me tell you. And in my birth chart, you'll see that I become pro. I become pro at the transformation of letting go. It's hard. It's a lot harder than people realize. Like, we can talk about manifesting things in all day in a very abundant life, but they don't talk about the hard shit and letting go. So I wish you luck on your journey. Just know that you will survive. You will be okay. It's not that he doesn't love you, but that's not what the message wanted to tell you. The message was kind of more about self-love, really. Is this person good for you? Is this person draining your energy? Because I see yes. Does anybody have a question or anything that they want to talk about? Let me know. We can just hang. You can't boot people still? Oh, can I change you? Remove as standard moderator. Let me remove you as a standard moderator. And then I'll add you as a moderator again. As a managing moderator. And maybe that'll give you permission to boot people. I trust your discernment. I've been watching. I'd say you know most of the time, yeah. Yes, Ten of Pentacles. Community, right? I've been sitting on this card a lot. Can we talk? What is the Ten of Pentacles? Like, it's not manifesting the lottery, right? Long-term abundance. Wow, yes, you're very strong for letting go. Me, it's more complicated. Yes, I need self-love. Yes, he is very draining. Oh my, let me tell you, my situation is very complicated. I'm still like, gosh, can we talk about like how, I don't know, nerve-wracking it is to mix your life up with someone else, because look how hard it is to get out. It's really important that we discern, you know, who is going to boost our energy and be better for us. And, you know, sometimes we don't learn that until later in life. I did have to waste most of my life learning things about myself to come to that realization. But, you know, they don't call it the Great Awakening for nothing. You're definitely not the only one going through it. So I get it. I get it. The new commands, yay. Ooh, 3 of Cups. If it gets busy, I'll grab paper, but I'm chilling in my room. It doesn't seem too busy today. Maybe like everybody's kind of burnt out from the Super Bowl, or they're still partying. That's kind of what I think is happening. So, did anybody watch? I did not watch. I did watch a clip of the halftime show. It was probably a really good game, but I could not handle the energy yesterday. It was wild to me. And it just gave people permission to act a certain way. Like, if you guys don't know, I live in Washington State. We have diehard Seahawks fans. I've been in violent situations because of the game, because of football culture, and because of, I don't know, I feel like people in Washington have mental health issues and like they take it out on football culture and drinking, and they kind of use it as like a religion. I'm not saying everyone, but it is a thing. It is a thing because it has been my life experience. I have like a lot of stories, but I don't feel comfortable sharing with the general public about that yet in that way. But if you wonder what it's like being a Seahawks fan, let me just say it can be kind of scary. It can be scary. For me, I'd rather stay inside. I used to like go to bars and watch the games and stuff like that, but I'm so burnt out from that culture. mind you, I have boys, and they were very heavily into all of that. A little over the top in my opinion, but that's a story for a different day. Haven't drank in 3 years. I mean, yeah, you don't have to drink to watch the game, but I'm just saying it was part of the culture. Not that I haven't watched a game sober. Most of the time I have been sober. Because I have the opposite problem. I have codependency issues. I'd much rather, apparently, take care of people that drink and think that I can, I don't know, manage it. Nope. There's been at least like 5 to 20, probably more than that, times in the beginning of 2026 where I had to take a knee and I said, my life has become unmanageable because of alcohol. I even reached out to my mentor and I was like, hey, can you have my back to sponsor me? Because I don't know. This is the final shedding of the year of the snake and I can feel it. I'm just like, please release me from these toxic cycles. I'm trying my best out here. I'm pretty sober except the weed. Well, weed is legal in Washington. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know, with anything that starts, because, gosh, when did it become legalized? Gosh, has it been 10, 11 years already? It's a big possibility. Anyway, they need more regulations in regards to that. Like, I don't recommend going to a dispensary in Washington and just getting any vape. I would do some research on what you're consuming. Just saying. It's legal there too. That's nice. You know, what's also going to be legal out here is probably mushrooms, if not already. I haven't checked, honestly. I'm just like, I know I have friends pending, waiting for that information, though. Which should also be a topic for a live on a different day where we just like talk about that, to be honest. Hi, Alice Love, R9F. Do you have a question? Mushrooms healed my childhood trauma. Oh, interesting. You'll have to tell me more about that. Yes, I've heard of people saying stuff like that. I ate a 6 ounce in 6 days. Is that a lot? That sounds like a lot. Just FYI, you guys, this is a safe space just to discuss. No judgments or anything. Oh, interesting. Show me. What do we need to know about the Seahawks game? I don't want to get canceled, though. I don't want to get canceled. And, like, I was on Threads earlier, just scrolling, and someone said something about, like, how she does not like when tarot readers pull cards for celebrities and people like that. And I'm like, I guess, like, technically football players are celebrities, but I mean, I just kind of look at them as ordinary people, but whatever. I was like, I've known people that are famous. It's like it's not a huge deal, you guys. But, you know, people are delulu. But, I mean, I guess I would kind of have to agree, maybe. That's a tough one. I had an idea for something. I don't want to expose it, but, you know, it would, like, kind of put in the question of, is this crossing a line? Is this crossing a boundary? And I definitely need to look at the legalities before I leap into that, but stay tuned for that. What did it mean, codependent? What does it mean? basically, I have the same disease as an alcoholic. Control, addiction. It's an addiction in itself. So what I did was Al-Anon, which is like a support group for family and friends for loved ones of alcoholics and substance abuse. But technically it's very similar, if not the same steps as AA, but just in a different way, if that makes sense. Which I feel like is so important these days that people don't talk about enough because, you know, we talk about addiction as a family disease. And if that's true, then it's not just one person that needs healing, it's a whole group. And so if we're to heal as a collective in a community, we kind of need to take a look at ourselves, right? And so that was kind of the process that I went through with Miriam during my spiritual recovery. I did have a video that I made about that. If you're curious on that journey, it was a huge part of just all of this. And it's something that I have to follow every day. And it's something that I teach my coaching members too, because honestly, when you coach people and mentor them, it's so easy to lean on the codependent fence, to be honest. Like, you do need to mind your boundaries. And so even if you're not someone that like has a loved one that struggles with alcoholism or substance abuse, I do highly recommend that everyone and anyone educate themselves on codependency, because honestly, you guys, if codependency did not exist, we probably wouldn't have tarot readings. You wouldn't have love relationship problems. You know what I'm saying? It's a very common issue that I don't think people realize that they have. And so, I mean, if you can get tarot readings and pay psychics all day, or you could probably educate yourself as well on healing that codependency. And so that's kind of what I do with my tarot readings. And so, like, I don't feel like I'm someone, like, I can be someone that can just answer questions for you, but more so I'm a messenger for spiritual healing, honestly. And like, I don't push my views on you. I feel like my views are pretty basic. I'm not here intending to hurt anyone. And I do feel like sometimes tarot readings can be harmful to people. It can be very obsessive. It can be kind of a little narrow-minded, and I don't want that. Like, tarot readings can give you a storyline, but you sit in the driver's seat of your own life. It's not magic, you know? Well, I mean, we're always healing. It's never ending. Like, I've come a long way, but I've got so much, so much. Like, gosh, you should have seen me earlier with that realization. Was literally like this. This is what it's been like, you guys. The cards don't lie. This has been me going through another spiritual level up, and it's not rainbows and butterflies like people make it out to be. So I kind of want to flip that perspective on YouTube, because there's so many tarot readers out there. Someone that I refer to a lot that I think is, I don't want to say, is it spiritually, no, it's not spiritually correct. I don't know, I disagree. I disagree with a lot of what he says, but Rich Loop, who's also an Aquarius, he talks about a lot of this kind of thing a lot. And he's correct. He would be correct. Hey, Aesthetic Delta, James. Glad Seahawks won, even though I support the Rams. Well, thank you. We appreciate it, I'm sure. Let's see. Brandon thought I'd stop by the chat. Yes. Happy birthday, Allie. Is it coming up or belated? Oh, yes. I have a birthday on the 18th, right? The day after the eclipse. Can you believe it, you guys? It's almost like I'm the main character. I'm just kidding, but like, wouldn't you be suspicious if you had an eclipse like right before your birthday and you were told that it's like your life path year? So this is like a very suspicious time for me. Auspicious time? I don't know. Yeah, we're all in a learning process of how to heal our pain. It comes in waves, and I like to think of it as, you know, with astrology, the planets are always moving, which also moves our emotions. And there's no healing without feelings, right? So I kind of look at it from that aspect. Give yourself grace. We're in it together. Your mom's birthday is in a few hours. Oh, that's right. A fellow Aquarius. Happy birthday to her and my Aquarius fam. Yeah, it'd be like that. Ooh, I feel you. Right? Right? Yeah, so I don't even know what I'm doing for my birthday. I do know that I feel like I've tapped out and kind of gave myself some gifts already. I was like, treat yourself like a month ago. And it was like already like Christmas. And I was like, well, I might as well, you know, I kind of like make that excuse because me and my youngest son, we have birthdays back to back. And so there's like no recovery time for us for Christmas. So I don't feel like we really go wild on Christmas. We more so just have very long birthday months where we do like a little bit of everything, and it's basically just like a yes month. Yes, what are you doing, Brandon, for your mom's birthday? You gonna bake a cake? Does she like cake? Joel had a specific request. I forget what it was. It's a great one. We secured an apartment, got the deposit paid. Woo! Congratulations. That's awesome. That's a good birthday. Saw the apartment. Nice. I bet she's so happy. Oh, housewarming gifts. Get a plant or a candle. You're the magician? That's true. You're a Gemini. And there's 6/6 right now, so interesting. Let's see Brandon the Magician. That's a lot, dude. Because Brandon always has lots to say because he's a Gemini. If you want a conversation, hit up a Gemini. Honestly, like, Geminis are also, like, kind of like a Google. They're like a Google Drive. Quiet lately. Oh, that's interesting. I was just asking on Threads how air sign placements are feeling during this Uranus and Gemini transit. Like, I feel kind of exhausted as a Gemini rising. I feel like it's like constant information, constant dissecting information, digesting it. And I'm just like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Shit's just not fun to look at in the world. Yeah, right. I agree. I agree. Ace of Swords. Seeing clearly, Brandon. I guess we'll go with the flow, Allie, if you don't mind. What does Spirit want me to know or watch out for in regards to my love life? I see what energies unfold for Aquarius season. I'm built like a piece of corn. What does that mean? A piece of corn? I want to look that up. Two of Wands in reverse, Strength. The Wheel of Fortune reverse, the Seven of Cups. And basically, the cards that came out was like looking at Brandon's thought process of what he just said. So I found that interesting. I didn't mean for that to happen. But yeah, Brandon, basically, I feel you. I feel you. So much same. I mean, I haven't like, are you still on the broadcast channel on Instagram? I haven't been like putting too much on there lately because I also like, I'm running out of things to say. I'm just kind of like observing of what's been happening. Yes, let me get to James first. Aesthetic Delta. What signs does James need to know or watch out for? What does he need to know in regards to his love life? There's that Seven of Pentacles again for you, James. I remember that. I always get flashes of your guys' past readings. It's kind of crazy, like my memory. I do remember your guys' readings. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Not time to get together yet. A good time to plan on how you're going to communicate something. It's not so much about a head over heart decision, James. It's more so about practical choices on how you can get your basic needs met as well as hers. There's also a stability and security issue, and let me just say it. Let me just say it because I'm going to teach you how to get you what you want. You want this person, right? I see it, don't lie. This person wants you back. That came up in previous readings. The stability and the security thing isn't going to come by just making more money. It's only going to come from an internal thing that you manifest within yourself. So I talk about King of Pentacles a lot because I have a significant earth placement, and it's something that I work on as law of attraction aspect, as my 7th house partner has a strong Capricorn placement. So Capricorn placements, pretty solid. Show up to give you what you want, what you need, has your back, can pay the bills kind of guy, you know, someone that you can actually build a thing with, right? Sometimes the King of Pentacles in reverse can be kind of greedy, maybe even hoarding, can abuse their power. And sometimes he gets a bad rap because it can look pretty bad if not careful, if not narcissistic. But the issue, the root issue, not to like shame anyone, it's like a sacral and root chakra thing that happens somewhere along childhood where you didn't feel stable and secure. So your behavior comes off as King of Pentacles in reverse. And people don't understand that it affects your money and your love life. It affects both. So you can't even be in connection with someone because your money is funky. And so that's kind of like what I'm seeing here, is that a lot of like the blocks that are in the way of this connection has a lot to do with manifesting in practical manners. And so like I said, I've been like through this process so much, and I share a lot of that because I think it's really important. Like you see like all these YouTube videos about like how to manifest like all this money, but people don't understand like as quickly as it can come, it can also leave. And so you want to learn how to maintain that energy, because I've seen people have it all, and I've seen people lose it all in a second because of that, because it's all internal. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that piece of information helps and answers your question. All about the long-term game, right? I can tell Mercury retrograde is on the way because I'm already getting tongue-tied and my brain is moving faster than I can speak. See? See? Almost threw you off the table. Hey. Yes, you are welcome. Healing Heart 77. I can't remember. Were you here before? Because that looks familiar. How or what energy Nazar Aries is in now? That's, I'm pulling away for him. He says I should find someone who can care for me. Like what? Oh, I see. Show me Healing Hearts 77 and this person. What is going on here? What does she need to know? The Chariot, the Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Yes, but he keeps trying to reach out to me, etc. So it's confusing. Knight of Wands in reverse. There you go. That explains that storyline. Six of Wands in reverse. Well, he's got an attention-seeking problem. He's got a non-committal issue. Let's see why. Kind of defensive. Ooh, the Empress. Well, they think very highly of you. I just don't think their nervous system is ready for you. Can we also talk about that? Can we talk about that? Interesting. You know, sometimes we don't always know why things are playing out the way they are. And that's kind of the case here for you, where you're a catalyst to this person. You're not supposed to know the specifics of their journey. You're just supposed to play your part, is what they're saying. Now, the thing is, you're not going to like this, but if you want to manifest something with this person, the possibility of that being in alignment is here. If they take control of their own healing. The only way that they'll take control of their own healing and commitment issues and whatever behavior is making them act this way, which is none of your business, is what they're saying. Because apparently you have an issue with usually making those kind of things your business, is what they're saying. Which I can totally relate, FYI. But apparently if you let this person go, they might decide to level up to meet you because you're the Empress. You actually have really good vibes, just FYI. So it ain't about you at all. This person needs to gain the courage, and low-key, they can be a little emotionally manipulative. And let me just say that sometimes that's not always malicious. Sometimes people only know what they know, and I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that's how they learned to get love. And that's kind of what's going on here. But I already know supposedly got cheated on, like, ugh. Yeah, so I don't know if this person has a history of, like, not being monogamous, because that's a possibility. You might change that for this person. Supposedly is the question, because I don't even feel, and, like, I think there's also a communication block where if the talk, like, are we together or not, or are we on the same page as far as connection and relationship, if that hasn't happened, that's what needs to happen. So I think that's also going to be your lesson there, is one, fall back and don't put any more energy and effort towards this person until they want to show up differently and heal. And let me just say, that's going to take some time. Don't expect them to bounce back in 2 weeks and be a healed person. No. It's going to take some patience. So can we talk about the Empress energy? Because people just say that she's just chilling. But how long is she chilling? 9 months? I don't know. But is it just 9 months, you know, pregnancy? Or, you know, at what point did she have to maintain her body to get there and create the environment for that life? It's an energy of creation. Taurus Libra energy is slow. If you look up zodiac signs, Taurus Libra, Taurus is earth energy, very slow. Libra, I guess technically that's like air sign, but like sometimes I refer to it as like, I don't know why I just like had the image of pink flowers, but that's what I got. Anyway, you kind of get my drift. Libra does seem slow to me. Right. I don't know what it is. Yeah, technically air sign is quick. But like if I were to go in order, it'd be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra as far as quickness. Anyway, we're getting off subject, you know what I'm saying? It's an energy embodiment. And that's something like Miriam has been like testing me with as far as my intuition and discernment. She'd be like, oh yeah, that Leo person. And I'm like, but he's not a Leo. I'm like, oh, but he's embodying the energy. And so that's kind of like how you can like pick up things. So another way that you can practice being an Empress energy. Taurus is your senses. So whatever caters to your senses is going to help ground you and help you discern better in, is this person for me? Not just if this person is for you, but are they ready? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you can know, like, the possibility of, like, marriage with someone before they're even ready, to be honest. Not everyone, but definitely women, I feel like, have that stronger sense, and I don't know why. Maybe it's biological. Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you think. That's my theory. The talking hands are doing it again. I know, right? They just don't stop. Yeah, not super slow, but slower. Mr. Black Eye 885, did you have a question? This has actually been a pretty decent pace. I don't mind this. At this point, I'm tired of him hurting me and playing games. Like, just cut this short, buddy. Yeah. Well, here's the thing is, I don't think he's playing games on purpose. I think it's a self-protection and healing issue. Is that your problem? No. Like I said, I don't think you were even supposed to know too much about his spiritual journey and that you're a catalyst to him. But sometimes it be like that, right? And so if you were confused about your role and why he's acting a certain way, that's what it's about, I guess. So just fall back like the Empress that you are. And, you know, just take care of yourself, basically. I mean, that's the best part about being in the Empress energy, is that you attract so much that you're chill. You're taken care of. You don't really need a partner. But if one wants to show up and act right, you'll be ready, right? That's the highlight of being an Empress. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. I saw that he just won't take accountability and tell me that that's what it is. Like, I have to take accountability. I absolutely agree. The recommendation is you leave him alone. This might take some months, man. But I think you'll be good. It's like you won't really have anything to worry about. You might actually attract more abundance without this person around you while they're doing their thing. Yeah. Brandon, I don't know if I click remove, if it kicks, or it just like takes away a comment. I don't know. I guess it depends. Are you on your phone or a computer? Is this Scorpio looking at me still? Brandon, you're still talking about that one? Show me Brandon and the Scorpio. Show me Brandon and the Scorpio. Temperance. I like that Temperance is Mr. Rogers. Isn't that funny? Okay, that's a lot, but they want to. Okay. Six of Swords. Name that movie. Who knows that movie? It's one of my favorites. Queen of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Bro, that's a lot. Okay. Nine of Cups. Ace of Cups. Page of Cups. The Star. The Hermit. It's weird. So, like, they're not looking at you. Well, moved you over. Yeah, they're not looking at you. There's a lot of love here, actually. They want healing. They want things to turn around. I think you would be actually really happy to talk or see this person, if I'm not mistaken, or they would feel that way. If you guys aren't talking, you will. You definitely will. Six of Swords. Might even be the potential to hook up. Just saying. Queen of Wands. I don't know why this is giving me, like... Gosh, what is that called? It's such a vibe. What do they do? Cosplay. Cosplay. Why is that giving me cosplay vibes? Ah, the Britney card. Allie, what deck is that? It's called the All That deck. I got it on Etsy years ago. I don't know if this person still sells it. Last time I checked, her shop shut down. I assume it was copyright, maybe. I mean, like, because, you know, a lot of these images are, I don't know. I'm saying nothing because I like it. It's like a 90s deck. All That, maybe eBay? Maybe you could check out eBay. Because it wasn't from All That. It was like a private artist that just like made random decks. I love Etsy, but like sometimes it's a struggle because they only make like so much. And sometimes they shut it down because, I don't know, for whatever reason. Like for me, I shut my Etsy down. I didn't like their fees. It was getting ridiculous. Yeah, definitely. If you do find it, let me know and check it out and keep us updated because I've had a lot of people ask me, but every time I go to look, I can't find her. She had another one that I have. I'll have to go digging. She seems so difficult for me to approach. She's a Gemini rising moon. Brandon, Scorpio's shutdown. I did see that. I did see a little bit of a shutdown. She seems so difficult for me to approach. I think there's like inner child healing that's going on. I'd say a pattern that I see in a lot of people's love readings that I feel like might relate to yours is people dealing with like avoidance issues. So if she had some level of emotional unavailability in some way, definitely the astrology would suggest that healing is required. She's an avoidant. See what I mean? I don't need cards to channel. She's told me about it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not to hate, because for the sake of vulnerability, I realized a lot about that myself. And let's be real, we live in a culture where that is promoted. Like everybody like just thinks it's cool to not care and to be nonchalant and to be detached. And as an Aquarius, my superpower, but also my curse, is to be detached. But with the Pluto and Aquarius transit, it's kind of asking me to be more vulnerable, unfortunately. It's like so hard. It's so hard. But there's no way to develop deeper connections with people and stronger bonds and friendships and people you trust and community without that, right? And so I'm basically an example of what the collective is kind of going to go through. It's going to look different for each individual, but I'll probably be embodying a lot of those lessons for all of you guys to watch. So just enjoy, grab the popcorn. It's been real rough, you guys. It's been an interesting process. Like if you were on my Instagram stories for the past couple of years, if you know, you know. Veronica, I'm an Aquarius. I understand where you're coming from. Girl, it's been rough. It's been real rough. And like all these planets in Aquarius, I thought I'd be feeling way differently. Popcorn time. Dude, oh yeah, James too. Don't you have an Aquarius placement? Aquarius is letting go a lot and doing a good job of it now. Right? Yeah. A lot of letting go. I saw Veronica. Oh, okay. Is Austin going to come back to me? Show me Veronica. Is Austin going to come back to her? What's going on in this connection? What does she need to know? First thing I heard was wax on, wax off. And then we got 6 of Wands. Okay. You're a sun and rising Aquarius? That makes sense. Show me Austin. Okay, that took a bit. King of Pentacles. What was that one? Ace of Cups. Okay, I like that. Yes, I think so. Eight of Swords. The Chariot. Nine of Wands. Ten of Cups. Yeah, they haven't let you go whatsoever. Queen of Cups. Oof. This person got a lot of love for you. Aww. I feel like, I don't know why I got like a strong whiff of making cookies. I don't know if like this person gives you that feeling of making chocolate chip cookies. Have you guys made chocolate chip cookies? Please confirm in the comments because that was so nice. I wanted to like live in that picture when that happened. That was so weird. Oh, Four of Wands. Yeah, it ain't over. Austin's coming back. I'm a chef and I make cupcakes a lot. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Oh my gosh, your energy is just awesome. I guess that's how he feels about you then. It's giving me Mary Kate. Show me more. What's gonna happen here? Right? Cupcakes are bomb. It's just so much different than a regular cake. I don't know what it is. Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity coming in. Do you want it? Birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday. Hey, Aquarius. Happy birthday to James. Oh, crap. I almost started singing. See, I knew you guys would get me to do it. Five of Cups. Seven of Wands. The Sun. Coming to defend. Is Princess? What's going on here? I feel like this person dreams up of like what they're gonna do. They got lots of feelings for you, that's for sure. I think they just like been on a healing journey. Could be like family issues, things going on in the background. Oh, good luck to you. It looks really good. Pretty good cards to get for a relationship, love connection. You're 215. Oh, a day after Valentine's Day. Happy birthday. Congratulations. It's our time, you guys. Might be a little wonky because of the eclipse, but with the Jupiter transit, if you're intentional with the energy, good things can still manifest in eclipse portals and retrogrades. We got that Mercury retrograde coming up, I think, the last couple weeks of February, I believe. And you can use it to your advantage. No fear mongering. I mean, things are bound to go wrong, but sometimes they can go wrong in the best ways, unexpectedly. Cue the birthday song early. A. Absolutely. What's everybody's favorite cake? Like, what do you like to eat for your birthday? Do you have like a favorite meal? Do you have like a ritual that you do? Let me know. 1 year, well, I do this every now and then. Like, I always get like free stuff. You know, you sign up for like those emails from like places and restaurants. There was like 1 year where that's like all I did all day. It's like I went to go get all the freebies and stuff. And I got the idea from my brother. And oh my gosh, you guys, you should see the things that he like brought back. It was wild. It was like treats on treats on treats. It was hilarious. Cheesecake every year. Ooh, what kind of cheesecake? Phoenix Oracle Healing. Hi, welcome in. Happy birthday, guys. Right. Happy birthday, Aquarius fam. I like 3 leches and peach and strawberries on it. So yum. Ooh, very yummy. Assorted of strawberry swirl. Nice. That does sound good. Look, you guys. You're all very particular. I like, it doesn't always have to be the same cake, but I mean, you can't go wrong with like a classic yellow base and milk chocolate frosting. That's pretty good. I just like boxed cake, I think, because I grew up poor. I don't know. Is it? I mean, technically it's homemade, right? What else? The funfetti cake is pretty good with like any kind of frosting, really. You know, like the Pillsbury Doughboy or the Betty Crocker boxed cakes. I mean, I've made scratch cake. I've done it. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I've also made my own frosting. I don't like to bake, you guys. Like, I could and I can. It's just so messy. And, like, there's, like, a whole math and science behind it that I just, like, feel like my brain cannot comprehend in the same way that it does when I cook. Does anybody else feel like that? Like, are you more of a baker to a cooker or more of a cooker to a baker kind of situation? Pumpkin cheesecake, that's amazing. A nice cold cheesecake. Yes. Funfetti, yes. Box cake is good. It counts, right? My mom said you're pretty, Allie. Oh, thank you to Brandon's mom. And also tell her happy birthday. What kind of cake is she gonna eat? Look at all of us talking about cake. Not that long ago, I was on one of these lives with a cheesecake, you guys. And it wasn't for anything. It was just like, treat yourself. I was like, you know what? I don't take advantage of my free will enough as an adult. Let's be real. I can have that whenever I want. And why don't I? Why don't I? I did. She said thanks and she's diabetic. Aw. Does that mean you can't have cake at all? Now I want to look up diabetic cakes. So, I mean, I know you're not supposed to have a lot of sugar, but you are supposed to have sugar at some point, right? Because then you'll have a lower blood sugar. I don't know if I'm having cake that day. She can have sugar-free pie. Ooh. Yes, they have like no bake kind of things too that are like sugar-free, lactose-free. I've made them before, like you stick them in the freezer kind of things. Those are kind of cool. Yeah, Brandon. Let's find options for her. And like, what about cake pops? They're small. That won't hurt her. I mean, obviously, depending on like what time she normally eats sugar. I don't really know. I feel like everybody's kind of different. Like, I was pre-diabetic, and I have a lot of family members that are, so I get it. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know. I had a friend that was like born diabetic, and he would like have issues with alcohol because of the sugar in alcohol. It's like, I didn't even know that was a thing. You guys have anything planned for tomorrow? I was pre-diabetic for a while myself, right? Yeah, that was scary when I got that news. When I was told that, I was like a teenager. Which I guess is like common these days for kids. But I blame the healthcare system as well as the food industry, as we all know, is horrible. I'm just going to keep talking until I get blacklisted. It's already happened on Instagram, you guys. I was just like, I might as well just stop talking on here because it's not helping. What about, is there sugarless ice cream? There's people here, just no questions. Well, apparently they just want to hear us talk about cake and ice cream. Or they're watching the beginning of the video. I ate her ice cream. Obviously, if you wash and trim the skin off. Cake chat's the best. Yeah, I could talk about lots of food. What did we have earlier? Oh, I made air-fried asparagus, Japanese sweet potatoes, and why can't I remember? Oh, chicken sausage. Yeah. There's a few low sugar version ice creams, but they jack up those prices, right? I know you can make ice cream. Should I work? Allie, what do you have planned for the weekend? B-Day? I have to keep I have to keep those things private. I'm trying to think of like what I could summarize. That's something I would share on Instagram, not here though, because I post this live. Well, I'm debating on taking an art class and cooking a meal. I just don't know what I want. And also picking up like birthday freebies. And then just like, I don't know, staying home and watching Veronica Mars. I've been rewatching, I don't know, basically shows that I've already watched, and Veronica Mars is the newest one. And I realized that basically my whole life is a series of Veronica Mars episodes. Miriam has this theory that a lot of us tend to gravitate towards things that relate to our past life. And sometimes our past life is hidden in our bardo, in your birth chart. Now mine tends to play out in things that I watch. Sometimes music as well. It like gets brought out in my Mercury. It's very interesting. I don't know if it's like so specific like for everyone like it is for me, but that's been my experience, and she's been correct. She's been correct. You're a Seattle girl, so anywhere like a rooftop dinner may be lovely. But I'm not a Seattle girl. Can y'all stop trying to make me a Seattle girl? I'm a Washingtonian. I'm a Washington girl, yes. But Seattle, I am not. I've never lived there. Well, I did kind of reside there temporarily. I did boat life. And I've done gigs out there. I've talked about like possibly moving, but it would have to be very specific because I like nature. I like the water. And it's weird, you guys, because in my astrocartography chart, I have karma in the middle of the Puget Sound in Washington. And Miriam says that I died on a boat in a past life. And I assume it was out in the Puget Sound. And I was like, is that why I always feel pulled in that direction? And when I'm like spiritually cleansing, I tend to go in that location. So not necessarily Seattle, but the coastline of Washington is very significant for me. Lakes, ponds. It's not that I don't enjoy the mountains in like other parts, but I don't know. When you have like karma somewhere, obviously you're going to be pulled towards it strongly. It's going to have some kind of magnetism. Oh, interesting. I like Veronica Mars too, right? It's like my childhood. My bad, I pinned you as C. Oh, dope, wild. Yeah, there's like, Seattle has like, I mean, I guess that's a lot of people when they think of Washington State, they think of Seattle, but there's so many different parts that are just as amazing, if not better, than that touristy attraction area. And like, I'm not trying to, I was like, I feel bad because I do gigs out there, but like, I like Pike's Place, but you know, I'm more of an introvert, so crowds after a certain point, I'm just kind of like, you know. And then like with nature, obviously you don't like crowds and overpopulation. And then people just keep moving here for some reason, and I don't know why, because we have like the moodiest weather. And then like people complain about it, and I'm just like, well, I mean, it wasn't a secret that we're like the rainiest state and have like the highest suicide rates for a reason, because you don't get any vitamin D, dude. That's why we have like the Seattle freeze culture. It's seriously true, you guys. I was talking to someone not far from me, and she's from Texas, and she always tells me the difference in the culture. And she's right. She's right. Washington as a whole, yes, and rainy around the season. Yeah, well, if you go more east of Washington, they have more extreme weather, like Spokane, where my friend Doug, that's a reader, he's out on that side. And they get more hot, but also they get more snow and stuff. I used to be an extrovert, now I'm not. Right? Hey, you can change whatever you like at any given time. I was like, I have days where I'm more extroverted too, but I'd say a majority of the time, I like to be home. I like to be not necessarily alone, but I don't need like a whole lot of people. It's too much for me to process, you know? I'm like, leave me alone. Right? I feel like a lot of people feel that way with their awakenings, you know? Especially empaths. Well, it was good catching up with you guys. We've been here for over an hour, so I think I'm going to call it a night. But appreciate you. I don't know when I'll be on again, but I do plan to do some shorts. So stay tuned, and we'll chat next time. Bye.